Good evening. This is BelGeode, and we are in Vegas. And I got
baby.
Sergio with me from Heli Simmer, and everybody else is around us. This place is massive. Okay, so to start with, first I want to apologize to everyone. I said I was going to do the live streaming and actually just show you everything that was going on here in a live stream format. It's been forever since I've done live streaming, and even though Sergio and I kind of sorted out the issue with the camera and everything, there's way too much stuff going on for me to actually just live stream. I literally cannot walk 10 steps in this place without somebody coming up to me because they recognize the hat. So that was the first thing. So my apologies to you that I wasn't able to make it into the live stream. But with that having been said, of course, since the three Grumpy Simmers are here, we're going to be getting together and we're going to be doing the wrap-up. So it's not technically like a Three Grumpy Simmers episode, but it's the traditional wrap-up that if you are a longtime viewer and you've watched some of my recordings before in Flight Sim Expo, you probably remember me doing at the end of the event. Now today is Sunday, so this is the third day of the event. Right now it's early afternoon, and pretty soon they're going to announce where the event is going to take place next year. They're taking bets right now. Nobody knows, absolutely nobody knows, and Evan has been very tight-lipped. I have no idea, and honestly I have no guesses, because seriously I can't guarantee that I'm going to be here next year. It all depends on where it's going to be. I'll make my determination after that. But what I wanted to do right now is just quickly kind of go around and show you the show floor and, you know, just basically talk through what's been happening here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're live again, and we're going to start. Basically what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take you quickly around everything. So I'll point out all the people that I've been speaking with, like Pilots. Pilots, of course, makes the phenomenal Dash 7, which I have yet to show on the channel, but I will be. They're also coming out with Tioman Island, which is in the Pacific. So when that comes out, I'll be showcasing that as well. They also have the Clipper. I'm sure you're probably used to seeing the Clipper. That I probably won't be showing, but I do fly it. So yeah, they brought all of their goodies there. And then we've got Honeycomb. Honeycomb is here. You can see Mr. Luciano. If you're not too familiar with Mr. Luciano, he was part of the Prop Strike Studio team that did the Quantum River, the famous Quantum River that everybody loved in X-Plane 10 or in X-Plane 11. So yeah, he's here and he's checking out the Honeycomb stuff right now, which is awesome. And then, of course, Aerosoft. You cannot have a convention without Aerosoft. So yeah, Aerosoft is here. They've got their little sim set up here. So we can fly. Pretty cool stuff. And one of the things, of course, it's a flight simulation expo. So you expect to see a lot of this sort of thing, like the controls and everything like that. But one of the things that has actually surprised and amazed me going around here this year is just how much helicopter-related stuff has been here. DCS, Microsoft Flight Simulator, even X-Plane are all pretty much well representing helicopters. Now, it's going to take us a little while to walk around, so we're just going to continue moving here. I'll keep talking about it as we find some of the helicopter-related stuff. Of course, you got your airliner stuff. You know how I feel about airliners, so we're just going to go by that quickly. GA stuff here. And we can come down this way here. Oh, sorry. So we've got like a full Airbus cockpit, and I'm sure I'm going to be annoying everybody in a minute here because I'm like all over the place. So those of you who like your tube liners, yeah, you see you've got the entire AP suite and everything, and the full setup of the cockpit. This place has literally been mobbed the entire time. Everybody has been signing up to fly that. So that's pretty neat. And we'll take a stroll down the lane here. So we have a virtual performance tool. I will admit I don't know much about it, but it looks like it works with the iPad and things like that. Bringing your flight one step closer to reality using the same tool that real pilots use, which is cool. On the opposite side, we've got Virtual Fly. And we've also got Yaw. There's a lot of names that you may or may not have heard that have all decided to come in this year, which is amazing. For example, Pro Flight Trainer. My good buddy Sergio from helisimmer.com is always raving about the Pro Flight Puma. This is what he uses as his personal controls when he's doing his helicopter flying. So yeah, they're right here. You can check it out. You can see how big it is and so on and so forth. And it's pretty well constructed. And you can see it in action. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. A lot of helicopter representation this year, which pleases Kitty greatly. Right? All right, and continuing on, we've got Desktop Pilot. It's also making an appearance. Hi, Tricia.
Hi. So as you see, our products are modeled after the Cessna 172. We do offer veneer throttle box for the more precise and friction lock. Our items can be mounted on top of the desk or underneath, or if you're building a sim, you can panel mount them as well.
Nice.
We do have a full flight sim coming out in October too that includes a G1000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That'll be something to look forward to because I'm very used to the G1000. Everything that we're seeing, by the way, folks, is to scale. It's like meticulously crafted here. This is really, really good.
Yeah, we take pride in our craftsmanship and also our customer support.
Excellent. See, that's the kind of stuff that you want to hear. So let's hear it, Patricia.
Here, take this.
Oh, sure. Oh, actually, if you don't mind, can you like put it in my backpack? Sorry, I gotta have a break here. Tricia just gave me something. We're putting it in the backpack. But you can see True Course here, and also one of the gentlemen over there that does Flight Code X. I've been talking to him because he's got this really cool setup where he can basically make missions in like X-Plane, which is amazing. So I told him I was going to help him out with that. When I get back home, we'll check out how everything works, and we'll just come up with new and interesting ways to make content, basically. So there. Now on this side, we have Simionic. You're probably familiar with them. They're the gauges. So you got your 6-pack gauge, you got your G1000s. There's just a ton of this stuff here, folks. This is why I keep saying, if you've never had the opportunity to come to one of these events, you really owe it to yourself. Hey, and there's the man himself. There's Evan. He is the power behind the event. So these fine folks here are actually real world aerobatics, aerial dogfighting, so on and so forth. And they offer that experience. They offer that experience if you're interested. It's in Vegas, by the way. Moving on, we got everybody's favorite, FS Elite Magazine. You're definitely familiar with them. They are one of the biggest names in media for any kind of flight sim related stuff. So they've got a pretty commanding presence here. And then on the opposite side, we have my favorite spot. This is the Media Lounge. So apparently, Q8 pilot, who unfortunately could not be here, he paid for all of this to be created for us. So this is our hangout spot. You can see we've got a few streamers that are still in there. There's Nova Wing 24 doing his interviews with Honeycomb and so on. This is our chill spot. This is where we've been hanging out whenever our feet start hurting, and trust me, feet are hurting. And here we have Combat Pilot, which is a relative newcomer to the industry. You're probably going to be hearing a lot more about Combat Pilot in the near future. I'm thinking about checking it out, but I haven't really had the opportunity to, you know, sit down and fly or anything like that. But yeah. everybody seems to be enjoying it, and I think that's probably the bottom line there, is everyone seems to be enjoying the capability. Infinite Flight is back as well. If you're familiar with Infinite Flight, they're mobile simming, basically, on phone or iPad, you know, stuff like that. I was talking to Laura, I think yesterday or maybe the day before, and she had mentioned that once they actually update like their graphics and so on and so forth, they're even thinking about branching into VR. She couldn't give me a date as to when all of that's going to happen, but that's something that's in the back of their mind that they want to bring in. WinWing is here, all the way from Asia. WinWing is here, and let me tell you, WinWing has been like the belle of the ball. Everybody has been crowding over here to check out all of the controls that WinWing have provided. And it's been some really amazing stuff. So yeah, really enjoyed seeing them. Yawman is another way to control. That's pretty much similar to like an Xbox controller here. So you can see that. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be, but that's a good thing. And it looks like it's pretty well constructed. It works fine with the sim itself. You can see people are using it there. And of course, wouldn't have a convention without the real world experience. So Embry-Riddle, the most famous, or in my opinion, one of the most famous universities out there. This is the premiere, so yes, they're fully represented. Civil Air Patrol, of course, always makes an appearance, and really glad to see them there trying to get the younger generation into this. We still need this kind of presence here at this kind of convention, because this is where it all starts, folks. This is where it all starts. All right, so let's move on a little bit further. And we've got Prop Wash. Prop Wash is not new to Flight Sim Expo. Prop Wash shows up pretty much every year. And they still got the top-notch creations here. So this is all really cool stuff.
Yep. So
and very well priced.
New stuff we have is we are very close to releasing our version 2 of the autopilot. So this has an updated display. Currently we can sell you just the display, but it's a bit of work to finish out the unit. We should have that out shortly. We just got a few things we've got to work out with that.
Nice, nice. You can never go wrong with anything that says Prop Wash on it.
So we also have a prototype 6-pack unit over here.
Oh wow.
So we're hoping in a couple of months we can release this for around $400, $450.
Nice.
The faceplate, monitor, and the software that goes with it. So the software is mostly finished by this point. We just have to source some of the other hardware to finish this out to the quality of our other units.
Cool.
So otherwise, this is fully functional if you want to try this out. We're running it on some prototype software, so we have to reboot it every couple times.
That's pretty awesome. Well, I mean, we've all heard very good things about Prop Wash over the years. It's great to see them back, and it's great to know that you're still innovating and bringing new stuff out. So thank you so much for that.
We'll see you next year.
All right. So moving on, we also have Fly Inside. Now, Fly Inside is, shall we say, under new management. And they had an announcement. I don't know if you actually caught the live stream that FSE had done that was pretty much put on our channel. They have a number of helicopters that are going to be coming, including ones like the Gazelle. So you can look forward to something like that coming. They didn't give us any release dates just yet on everything, but we're pretty sure it's all coming soon. All right. So there's still a couple of other places. As you can see, this thing is massive. I can't even begin to tell you just how overwhelmed I was. Virpil is over there. I spoke to Virpil earlier, brought them a few customers, and they love me now. We've got Southwest Virtual Airlines, which I'll tell you all a little story. You know how I always tell you on a channel that I used to run a virtual airline? Well, the gentleman who's running Southwest Airlines now was literally one of my proteges from back in the day. I was very emotional when I saw that it was him, because I remember him when he was a kid just flying around doing his PIREPs and stuff like that. And now he's got his own. And he's got his private pilot's license for real. Ryan Aerospace is also here, and I got the opportunity to fly that. If you follow me on Facebook, you've probably already seen the video that was made of me flying this thing yesterday. So yeah, we were in here, we were in the Quest, and just really, really cool experience overall. He was even doing it in X-Plane, which is neat. And then back on this side here, you know, I'm not even sure who this is. Dogfight Dynamics, hold on. Total Controls, Dogfight Dynamics, and it looks like they might be using DCS, I think. Let's see if we can turn around this way. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's some Top Gun action for you right there. There's just so much hardware on display, folks. I'm pretty sure that a lot of these folks are making bank because there is just so much stuff that you can purchase right here, right now at the convention. And of course, they're still selling stuff online too. So you can always check that out. We have a gentleman here who's using the Vario Aero. So Vario Aero is very prominent here. Pimax is also here, and a few of the other notable brands that you've probably heard Steve, aka VR Flight Sim guy, talking about. For example, the Somnium. I'm going to show that to you in a moment. We're going to walk over there real quick. But yeah, there's very good representation for VR and for helicopters and pretty much everything. This is the dream right now. The way that this expo is this year is literally exactly what I had been asking for them to do all these years. And they've finally gotten it to this place where there's literally something for everyone. And it's absolutely amazing to see. All right, we're going to roll over this way real quick here. So of course, VATSIM, it wouldn't be the expo without VATSIM, because VATSIM is one of the cornerstones of this expo. So they're here, people are flying, people are doing air traffic control, the whole 9 yards. It's all happening. Beyond ATC is here, as well as Say Intentions. Say Intentions is on the opposite side of the room, so we probably won't get to that. Like I said, I don't want this to be too long of a video, but we're going to try and look at as much as we can. Reupload, of course, and they're flying DCS, of course. They've got the Apache stick here. They've got a brand new throttle quadrant that's coming out. So we're going to walk down there real quick. And they're even using it with Star Citizen. So you can actually see they're flying in Star Citizen there. And this is the new throttle box that they're coming out with. I didn't get the price on this, but it certainly does look a lot more ergonomic than the current one I have, which is this one, the CM3. But yeah, I'm going to be researching this a little bit more, because now that I've actually seen it in person, I'm a little tempted. But I'll be honest with you folks, I've been a good boy. I haven't spent any money at all. I haven't bought anything. I've had some offers, but I've turned people down. And I'm okay with that. I didn't come here to spend money or anything like that. I came here to connect with everybody, to showcase everybody. And that's what I'm doing. But I'm also not trying to work, if you get what I'm saying here. So that's why we're doing this very informal, just kind of going around and looking at everything. DOF Reality, that's the motion rig that Steve, VR Flight Sim guy, always talks about. So we'll take a quick look at that. Excuse me. It's a little crowded over here.
Kind of more crazy stuff.
So that's the DOF Reality there.
Coming my way. The crystal light is coming my way.
And we've got all kinds of clothing and everything. Thrustmaster, of course, is here. You gotta have Thrustmaster. You can't have a convention without Thrustmaster. But they've got everything on display. So pretty much any type of controls you could think of, they're all here. Everything is here. Honeycomb is even here, which is amazing. Somnium Space, this is the VR headset that I got to try a little bit earlier today. This is the one that Steve has been raving about, and it's so worth the hype. It's an incredibly expensive headset for, you know, the average flight simmer, but there is no disputing. This is truly top of the line. Let's see if we can sneak in there. I'll shut up for a moment and we'll just kind of take a quick look.
Well, no, you don't get it if you don't buy the module. Right, so we're basically making sure that the users get the headset that they need without any extra cost. And so we have 8 different ways that you can purchase this headset. The lowest one is virtual reality only. It starts at $1,890. The highest one, which is the fully loaded one, which has eye tracking, hand tracking, VR, and MR, is $3,500. With the $3,500 one, it locks with the
So there you have it. And it looks to me, when I tried it, that it is definitely worth the price that they are asking for it. Is it for everyone? No, clearly it's not for everyone. But especially if you want top of the line VR, that's it. They've pretty much cornered the market on it right now. It is so worth it. I wanted to try the Pimax Crystal Light because I am planning on purchasing that to replace my Reverb G2. However, they've been absolutely mobbed and I have not been able to secure a slot to actually try it. We're looking at Blackbird here. Blackbird is showcasing their Texan 2, which of course is available. It is live. You can purchase it right now, download it and fly it. And of course, they were talking about some of the stuff that's coming up soon. Of course, there's no release date, but that's fine. We know how this all works, and as soon as stuff becomes available, they have promised to keep me in the loop, so that way I can make sure that you all know. Navigraph is here, of course. TFD Design, that's another one that's been here for a long time. And there's plenty of setup for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Plenty of setup for that. They've got literally their own dedicated spot on the show floor. It's amazing. So yeah, TFD Design, TFDI, they're talking about their MD-11. Still haven't told me if I'm ever getting my 717 back from Microsoft Flight Sim, but the MD-11 is a thing. And it looks glorious. And then moving on, right next door we got Just Flight, which Just Flight has a lot of good stuff, which we already know and you've seen on my channel many, many times. The Starship is coming out at some point in time. We don't know exactly when just yet, but as soon as that one becomes available, you know I'm going to have it on the channel because I love my canards. So they're showcasing a lot of their stuff here using Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is conveniently right next to the Microsoft Flight Simulator booth. So pretty good placement there. Pretty good placement. All right, just a couple more things that we need to look at. So as we pass Microsoft Flight Simulator, VA Systems doing liveries, SimWorks Studios, of course, which you've seen on the channel, and FS Reborn. All of them properly represented here. SimWorks Studios, they have some stuff coming down the pike. As soon as that stuff becomes available, I will of course let you know on the channel. We've even got Mr. Alex here. For years I've been talking with Alex and working with him and showcasing his products. Finally got to meet him. It's awesome. And that's what this is all about. This is why I keep saying you all need to come to these things. It's a perfect opportunity to meet all these people that make these products and really get to know what they're all about. And I think that's probably the key takeaway is once you come to an event like this, it's almost like you see Flight Sim in a whole new way. You realize that we're not as small or you're not as alone as we might think when we're at home just behind our own computer simming. Orbix, of course, is here. Orbix and I talked earlier. I told him thank you so much for the Cola map because let's face it, it is the best thing that I've seen so far for DCS. I don't care what the haters are telling you out there. Cola is one to get. Cola is an awesome map. Home Sim and Flight Controls are also here. So there we go. And we're just going to quickly go around the corner here before we end this. So we came back this way and we're going to go around the corner. A lot of streamers and YouTubers are actually spending today to get the chance to go around and try stuff out because there was no way yesterday. Everything was just mobbed. So we've got Moza Racing. They actually emailed me prior to the event and told me that they were coming and asked if I could come and check it out. So yesterday, myself and NovaWing24, we came by. We got a chance to sit in the sim and try everything out. They're a newcomer when it comes to the flight sim controls, but if you take a close look, you will see that they've definitely put the quality into it. This is right up there with Verpal and with WinWing, and even with the stick, they've actually got the force feedback capability on there, which is amazing. Force feedback is making a comeback. You heard it here first on this channel. Beam, Eye Tracker, as well as Tobii Eye are also here. They're all over the place. Say Intentions, that's the AI thing. And actually we found out something about Say Intentions. It's not just for airliners. They're gonna have stuff for GA as well. As you can clearly see, this gentleman is currently flying. So that's all stuff that's coming real soon. So they had some really good things to say, and we'll be checking that out at some point in time on the channel. Can't tell you exactly when, but soon. TM. All right, and I think we have just about made the full rounds around this entire place. So let's see if we're missing anything. FlightSim.com. The VR Experience Center, there's basically rows and rows of VR headsets that you can try. Of course, they were booked solid, so I did not get the opportunity to try my Pimax Crystal Light, so I'll have to take the word of the other people who have tried it. It does look like it's a good headset. I'm looking forward to actually purchasing it, but I guess we'll find out once I actually get it home if it truly is worth it. And look, you can even see Jose down there, the VR pilot. So we're gonna go photobomb him for a second. There he is. There's the man. What are you putting him in? An F-16?
Oh, this is an Apache.
Oh, you're gonna fly an Apache? Oh boy. We may be witnessing history here because I don't even think Jose has ever flown the Apache in DCS. But you can see he's currently wearing the X-Style, the VR Engineers X-Style. This is probably more along the industrial line, the commercial application, as opposed to, you know, just us regular pleb flight simmers. That it doesn't get much higher than that. But this is the Pimax Crystal Light. You can see it does have the cable in the back, which is crucial for me because I won't do the wireless stuff. Everybody has been saying really good things about it, so I'm feeling positive about actually purchasing it. That works for me. And I think that is about it. I think we've gotten just about everything. So we're gonna quickly make our way back to where we started from, and we'll wrap this up. So as you can see, folks, Flight Sim Expo is an experience. Having taken a break from it for 5 years, well, we had the pandemic and all that other stuff going on. Being able to come back now and experience this, it makes me feel like it's the first time all over again. It is so worth it, and I want to give a huge shout out to, you know, all the guys that have been hanging out with me. So Sergio, of course, Tristan, Jose, the VR Flight Sim guy, Colin from Stormbird Blogs, as well as so many others that I'm probably forgetting right now. A lot of developers are with us, Josh Cowan, and also from Cockspur we have Sebastian. Sebastian is here as well. So pretty much we've been like the little posse, and we've been kind of roaming around and checking everything out. It is really an experience. So again, I do want to impress upon you as I close out this video here, if you have never had the opportunity to come to Flight Sim Expo, do so. It is so worth it. So that's about all I've got for show and tell. I sincerely hope that you have enjoyed. As always, this has been BelGeode, and I have been live and direct from Las Vegas here at the Rio Hotel and Casino for Flight Sim Expo 2024. All right, next on my agenda, I got to find the 3 grumpy simmers, and we're gonna get ready to start recording our episode there. So check out Nova Wings channel for that. If you enjoy what you've seen, obviously, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards, and I'll catch you soon. Ciao.